We're on to game number something or other from this series, in the top left corner of the map of Star Station, the now amputated version of the older Star Station that used to be 4 players, but it's now 2 players. In the top left, our blue Zerg player, it's gonna be TLO. I was thinking of doing this one, but I went with this one. Terrible. Next up, bottom right corner of the map, red Protoss player, who is looking like he's gonna go with a gateway opening. Socke. Socke to me. All right. So, yeah, I'm just kind of casting games from this series. You know, I think there's maybe some more in this series still. I'm not quite sure. I just kind of have like a bunch of replays, and I'm just like going through them randomly at this point. Anyways, so yeah, Socke versus TLO. I can't remember what happened last game. I commentated this. What happened? I'm just like drawing a complete blank. So bad. I'm imagining TLO. Oh, okay. It was like on Belshir Vestige, I want to say, and I don't know. You guys probably just watch. You probably remember better than I do what happened. But anyways, gateway opening here from Socke, as I predicted. And gas coming up after this. What is TLO going for? Pool looked like a 14 pool, I would imagine. So going for a relatively safe opening here. Both players are. No one going for a Nexus first or a Hatchery first right out of the bat. Probe, of course, is going to run in here. Scout around. And nope, not even going to scout around. Going to do the annoying probe thing probes do. And block the base. But look at this. TLO is saying, I don't think so. I don't think so. I know what's going on here. I'm just going to go straight on over to the third. Throw up an expansion there. Doesn't even care. Doesn't even care, Neo. But the problem with this expansion is this is one of the notoriously hardest thirds to take in the ladder right now. Probably out of any map, I would imagine. Because look at this. Look at this. They can come from over here, right here, all this, all this. And of course, you know, that's just a hard third to hold. Not to mention it's annoying because if they're doing drops, they can drop up here, drop down here, back and forth, and you got to run all the way around here to get to there, to there, to there. And it's quite annoying. So Socke scouted that out. Well aware of what's going on. And Teal's going to take another base. Usually that's what happens. Very rarely do you see a Zerg player take their third out here, or actually take their third if their natural gets blocked, and then not take the one at the natural. It's kind of just like never happens. It almost forces the Zerg player to take a third base relatively quick. And I wonder, you know, if there's any Protoss players out there that abuse that fact. We will see. Maybe Socke will do something like that. Do a quick warp gate attack to try and deal some damage here. And, you know, just another problem with having your base out here is, sure, you can like you're gonna make units out of here, obviously, but you know, if you're pushing over here with your Protoss and you can kind of force field this off, it's really easy to just separate the Zerg army. Sure, it's nice because it kind of like accidentally gives you a flank. But if you don't have that many units up there, the flank just really doesn't have as much gusto, I guess you could call it, as if you had like half your army instead of like a third of your army out there. 2 more warp gateways rather, going up. Not warp gates just yet. Nexus going down. Not a third or second gas, and he's got a gateway here. So this is 4 gates. 4 gates coming up. This is looking like pressure is coming. Winter is coming, but in this case it's Socke, and Socke's bringing a lot of warp gate units. Speed coming out for TLO. That's going to be good. He's going to need speed, but we will see what else he's going to do to defend this oncoming attack from Socke. Mothership core flying around, a stalker coming and doing some poking, and a spine crawler already going up. So TLO worried about this base out here. And this third base out here just might be TLO's undoing. And already he sees the pylon down, takes the probe out with the Zerglings, but the pylon remains. Will it survive? TLO looking like he's going to sacrifice the Zerglings to take this out. But, oh, it goes up, and it dies. And he's going to get us around on the Stalker. Oh, wow, 1 Queen takes down a Mothership core. That's very nice, but the Zealots get warped in here at this backup pylon, and the push continues. But without that Mothership core, that's going to be quite annoying to deal with. Now, for Socke, you know, he's probably just hoping, I wish I had that Mothership core right about now. A lot of Zerglings heading straight over to Socke's base. Socke, is he going to warp in more units? Oh, yeah, he is. This isn't done yet. We got the base race once again. A lot of Zealots versus a lot of Zerglings here at the front. Oh, no, Sentry! Sentry, get behind the lines, man! No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Force field! No, force field! This guy's on strike. He doesn't care. And this guy's going to get fired. He's like, I guess I swear he force fields the ramp. Oh, buy himself some time. Poor bastard Sentry. And now Zealots are just tearing up everything over here. So it's not going too terribly for Socke over on this side of the map. But will he manage to get this next? He hasn't got it yet. He's killed a couple more. Actually, good force fields on those sentries. More Zerglings coming back, feeling, you know what? Not worth it. He's going to fall back. He made an evolution chamber. I'm not sure why. Maybe something was going down there. Anyways, Socke seems like he's going to maintain stability here. That will hold with the warp-ins. The third base hasn't been taken out, but let's see how many workers he actually killed here. 13 killed for TLO and only 6 for Socke. So the counterattack from TLO was a lot more effective than Socke's attack himself. I think he probably had to pull a couple of those drones, maybe to his main or to his natural. And that worked out pretty well for TLO just because Socke had that sentry on attack move outside of the base. He had an attack moving over here. And if he would have just force fielded that, that would have been a huge win for Socke. He could have just walked in there, did all the damage, kept that sentry alive, warped in another sentry, warped in a zealot, and been completely fine. Socke not giving up with the pressure just yet. Another pylon does go down, another pylon being constructed, but that is a lot of zealots. And these guys, they don't have +1 yet, and it looks like it's going to be a while till that actually does come. I don't know if this pylon is that much closer than this one is, but sentry force fielding there. That pylon, we have more. Where are these guys at? Oh, they're all the way up here. This looks like, okay, now this is bringing back some memories of Socke playing versus TLO, and TLO doing that mass evolution chamber wall in. In this case, he's going to lose the bottom nexus there. That's going to go down. Socke is holding the high ground once again, so base trade continuing. He's got a full wall off the ramp here. He's going to have to warp in some more pylons. He's going for a reinforced wall in. And we got zealots in the main here. So, he's trying to sneak out the... No force field! No force field! Oh, he gets right through there. We got a mass recall coming back. Oh god, he's going to have to make a lot of pylons there to keep this up. But, and he won't be able to get out of there, actually. He's going to have to kill a couple of us. But he managed to leave some guys behind, a couple of zealots behind. These guys will just probably stay here and finish off this base. But look at this natural. This base is looking good. He's got +1 armor on the way. TLO is definitely in the better position here, I would say. Supply, though, Socke is in the lead. You know, if TLO can hold off this next attack, I think he's going to be fine. Because remember, he's got 3 hatcheries. That's a lot of production. He's got 2 spine crawlers here to protect this one. He's going to have +1 armor, which will be nice. Which will be nice, but he's going to leave that Overlord left alive. Nope, Stalker is going to come back and take care of that. You thought you were safe. You're never safe from the Stalker. So Zealots are quickly trying to make this a little bit closer by taking out a hatchery. The third base is definitely fine. You know, oddly enough, it would be a game with TLO and Socke where the third base of TLO would be the strongest, most well-defended third base on a map, where the third is the most vulnerable. So, Socke coming across the map once again. Does he have any proxy? Oh, he still has that proxy pylon over there. 2 Zealots getting trapped out in the open, and Stalker going to get surrendered. Nope, those Zerglings changed their mind. They weren't down with that. Is this sentry actually trapped in back here? It must be, because he hasn't moved it out. Zerglings. More Zerglings being produced. This is just pure Zerglings, and he's just going to try and take out a couple reinforcements. Going to get 2 free Zealots, and then going to take out this pylon, I would imagine. Nope, just going to leave it, and the attack continues from Socke. He's rebuilding his nexus back at his natural. He's got the full wall off at the front, so it'll take those Zerglings a little while. Now we've come to parity as far as bases goes. 2 bases per player, and the mass recall happens. Or actually, not mass recall. I don't remember what is this thing called anymore. Is it called mass recall? No, it is still called mass recall. I figured since the mothership wasn't doing it, maybe it'd be like regular recall. You know, mass recall seems like something only the mothership could do, like the full-on mothership. But the mothership core, I guess, is it's got those rights as well. Anyways, the pylon is gonna fall here. Finally, this pylon does die, even after a second sentry. Socke wanted to keep this pylon alive so badly, he's like, alright, I'm going to make some sentries, and your only job is to force field this pylon and keep it alive. Well, unfortunately, this attack is not done yet. Socke making some workers still. Let's check the worker count. 26 versus 27 versus 30. Roach Warren coming up for TLO. That's going to be nice. That'll be very useful to deal with this oncoming attack once again. Zerglings coming across the map. Sentries and Zealots coming across the map as well. He's got a lot of sentries. He's got a probe there in the mist hiding among the sentries. And to throw down some pylons rather. He's going to need some forward reinforcements to seal the deal this game. We'll see how he's going. He's still on 1, 2, 3. He's got 3 gateways. 4 gateways, he's making a 5th gateway. And slowly guarding these pylons. TLO is going to spread out a Zergling. He's going to send these guys around the back to clear out that back pylon. But at what cost? No cost, evidently. Still safe. And Socke has that forward pylon up and going. More sentries being warped, and he's got so much gas, he's just spending all of this on sentries. He really wants to make this game end as soon as possible with this 2-base Protossing. More pylons going up here at the front. 2 spine crawlers in the back, but we have roaches out. Roaches get force field. Zealots in the front, but they're in a really good position there in the back behind the Vespian Geyser. These sentries are taking out roaches. He's actually in range of that. He's forced a mass recall. That spine crawler was up there getting some shots in on that sentry, and the attack once again has not done critical damage for Socke. So a lot of Zerglings out and a lot of roaches, and slowly TLO, I think, is... Now look at the supply difference. He was at one point behind in supply just not too long ago, but the fact that he has this 3rd base so well saturated, and he's had those 3 bases up for a while, has allowed him to come back in this game. Not to mention TLO's done a really good job of keeping those pylons down and, you know, just limiting the reinforcement capabilities that Socke has. So TLO has had enough of Socke running across the map here on Star Station and attacking him. He is just kind of got a soft contain now. Not really looking to attack, I would imagine, because he's making some drones behind this, getting upgrades. So at this point, it's really not... It doesn't make sense for him to go and attack a defensive position, especially with this many sentries. But given the case like this where Socke sticks his nose out, is he going to go for it? No. He's going to force some force fields and, of course, then fall back just a little bit. That one Zealot was getting pretty ballsy up there. Gave it a shot. Didn't happen. So over here, a base is just being built up by TLO. Socke sort of getting back in the game. So right now we're at the 18-minute mark, when this would normally look about like the 7-minute mark in a PVZ. Robotics Bay is up, or sorry, Forge is up, but I don't think he has any upgrades just yet. No upgrades. He's working on an Immortal, getting a Robo Support Bay out. Robotics Bay. Colossus shall be coming. He's got a lot of Chrono Boost he can use on the main there. Now for your Protoss newbies, you may wonder, okay, why does he have half Nexus energy on this one and full Nexus energy on this one? Well, that's because if you, let's say, Chrono Boost this robotics facility, it's going to use the Nexus that... Oh, yeah! Anyways, I just love when corruption happens because it's so... it's just never used enough. It's just one of those things where I'm like, oh, yes, they used that skill. But anyways, the closest nexus to the building that's getting chrono boosted, it'll take the energy from that nexus. So it won't start using the energy from this nexus until this one is completely empty. And of course, that limits your total nexus energy that you're actually consuming, because if you're using like one chrono boost off this one, then one from this one, they both would be generating a nexus energy as opposed to just one. Little tip out there for you Protoss newbies. Alternate your nexuses. Give it fair love between both nexi. Anyways, Socke looking to attack once again. He's got some Immortals out, chilling out in the front. Is he going to take a third, or is he just going to make some more proxy pylons across the map? You know what? I would hazard a guess and say that Socke has made more pylons outside of his base than inside of his base at this point. Probably so. There's like 3 in here, and then he actually made a lot there, but I think in the last attack alone, he probably lost like 7 pylons. Uh-oh. Oh, pylon! Block! Actually, that was pro block there. A couple of Zerglings do get in. That's just a pain in the ass. That is just something that's super annoying. We're just going to have to deal with that. But pushing out across the map, what does TLO have? TLO is going to have some Corruptors. He's going to have some Overlords, Hydras, Roaches with the +2 armor upgrade. Will he have enough to deal with this? It's just going to come down to how well his force fields are. Is his Immortal and Colossus targeting pretty good? Good counterattack here from TLO, making very effective use of just a couple Zerglings. And this poor Colossus, he's like, I can walk over buildings, goddammit! He has to go all the way around there to just get out of his own base. Force fields surround everything. Mothership Core dies! Yes, Mothership Core does die. No recall for Socke. This is make or break for one of these players. Hydras and Roaches have a really good concave. Force fields go down once again, but at this point, there's too much Zerg. Socke is in trouble. Corruptor's laughing above. And, we got it. Oh, nope, that's it. I thought there was more than just one Colossus, but that is it, GG. And TLO is, he wanted to, even though the game's over, he's like, all right, I gotta rub it in. I gotta get that last Colossus. Hate those damn things. Anyways, another win for TLO versus Socke. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Oh yeah, also just reminding you once again, because this weekend, Saturday, we'll be at the Lake Charles Scion Thanksgiving Day Open Tournament, commentating there live. Yeah, it's not Thanksgiving anymore, but the name was chosen when it was actually being planned for Thanksgiving. Long story short, it's this Saturday. Check it out, it's going to be fun. A lot of players from North America. Should be a blast. And that's it, guys. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting during the event, I would imagine, if I have a computer. And yeah, it's going to be fun. See you later.